Hi guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm here again with my spring what's it called? Spring tea folio. And we made this a few weeks ago and I just need to kind of finish it off really because I've got somebody waiting for it. And you know, I just need to make some bits to actually stuff the pockets with. So yeah, it's been on my kind of list of projects to finish for a little while now, so I just need to kind of crack on, and I just thought I would switch the camera on and we will come and do some finishing off bits and pieces. So I have tentatively kind of made a few little bits and pieces ready to go into it. So here I've got this was some vintage what do you call this, like the inside, you know, or the back cover of some sheet music, and then I just backed it onto this gorgeous paper here. And then I just popped a pocket on and then a little cluster. So this would be then just like a little sort of, you know, fold out sort of folio. And I thought I might just add some pages in there as well, so it's a bit more journal-y rather than just a, you know, fold out. So what I've done, I've taken some of the spring tea papers and then I've double-sided them so that, you know, we've got sort of plain on the back for journaling and some patterned paper as well. So I'm going to kind of mix that in. Oops, wrong one, wrong page there. So yeah, let's kind of pop some of these in. And then of course I've got some of my food coloured papers as well. So let's just have a look and see, because of course this is not, you know, not full size A4, so I don't want to just fold it in half. So, I mean, actually we want these, you know, smallish, because obviously this is like a 3-fold piece, if that makes sense. So I probably want it to go from about here and then fold it like that. So, okay. And then I'm just going to obviously cut that down. But before I do, I'll just fold in another one so as we've got a couple of pages going on so far. And they don't have to be, you know, identical size or anything like that. In fact, I mean, you know, they can be more interesting if they're not really the same size, to be honest. So let's just cut this one down, see how this looks. Okay, and we will cut this one down. And then, yeah, I'll probably do some kind of fill-in pages, so as we've got a bit more going on. So like that. Let's just see how these are size-wise. Yeah, they want to come down in height because, as you can see, they're kind of too tall, but they're pretty good, you know, height-wise. So I'm just going to trim that down, pretty good width-wise. So just trim that down there. See if that's about the right height now. Okay, so that's not too bad. So I'll just do a couple more pages, I think, in there. Now I'm just wondering whether I could mix in anything else. Let me just see whether I've got some coffee dyed sheets behind me of you know, some printed documents. I don't know, that to me doesn't really feel like it goes. Let's just have a look. I've got this one. Yep, that's not too bad. And I have got this letter. Oh, actually these might be quite good generally anyway. Thinking kind of tucked into a pocket. Yeah, I might prefer these actually tucked into a pocket. So let's just keep those separate. Let's just do a couple more pages then from the food coloured paper, I think. So, yep. Then just kind of go over, fold that down. Like that. Okay, we'll just trim that down. I mean, to be honest, I think the beauty of folios is you can literally fill them with anything and everything. So you can be as kind of flamboyant as you like with your inserts, or, you know, if your folio's already becoming quite bulky and it's, you know, struggling to close and things like that, then you can just fill it in with, you know, just like printed journal cards. You can, yeah, really mix it about and, you know, kind of mix it up as you see fit, really. So let's have a sheet of this, like that. Okay, again, just trim that down here. And again, you know, with the folios, you can obviously then play around with how you want to put your things in. And, you know, I think things look lovely just tucked in. They don't even have to be in a pocket, you know, they can just be tucked in. So, I mean, for instance, this piece that we're making, you know, I might just have it just tucked into a pocket. Actually, I might have this folded in the other way so that we've got, yeah, more like that, I think. Yeah, that's quite nice, isn't it? And we can just have that like that. So I don't know whether I'm going to actually stitch that in or just do it on the sewing machine. I might just do it on the sewing machine. So I just want to decorate obviously the outside now. So it's got a couple of things going on the outside. And I've got some clusters that I've already made here. So I might as well just, you know, use one of my ready-made pieces. Let me just check which one. Quite like this one, but it is, you know, that lace. Well, I guess that doesn't really matter, to be honest. Yeah, perhaps we'll go for this one. So again, just going to, oops, use my hot glue, glue the whole thing down. Okay, oops, sorry, just poke my glue stick in. Okay, and then we'll just hold it like that. That looks really nice. And then along here, I think I probably want some lace. This is just a stapled together cluster, so I'm just going to pop a little dab of glue here under that butterfly wing, just to make sure that that butterfly stays, you know, stays stuck down, because otherwise it's only got the staple holding it. I always feel a little bit like that's a vulnerable, you know, point if it's just held on one or in one place. So let's just see. Now I can't remember because I haven't worked on this for so long. Okay, what lace have we gone with? I mean, to be honest, I don't think it would be too bad if we mix up the lace. You know, I think it still ties in. What do you guys think? Yeah, I think it still looks good. I did have a teacup sat here that I thought that I would use, and now what's happened to that? Oh, where's my teacup gone? Literally every 5 minutes it's been appearing all the time. And now, of course, I've come to use it. And can I see it? Of course I can't. Oh, here it is. Okay, I knew it was there somewhere. So, yeah, I'm thinking something like that. What do we think? Or I've got some white. Let me just pull in this white lace. Hold on. Because we have used quite a bit of white lace, to be honest. Oh, I quite like the white, actually. Oh, yeah. Okay, complete change of plan there. So I'm going to go with the white lace because that looks gorgeous, doesn't it? Really gorgeous on that green. I want to just see whether there's a right or a wrong way. Okay. So I'm just going to, yeah, put that down here. So I'm just turning it over so it's easier to get to, because I'm just going to use my hot glue for gluing the lace down. Again, just really for speed, you know, it's just lovely and quick and easy. And, you know, when you're doing videos, obviously you just want things that are instant. You don't want to have to be, you know, boring everyone, kind of holding things in place. But yeah, if you haven't got a hot glue, then just use your Fabri-Tac, or, you know, to be honest, in the past, I mean, I've just used tacky glue, and I find that that glues, you know, fabric and lace and things down equally as well. Okay. Yeah, that looks really pretty. Let's move that out the way. And then I'm just going to have the teacup, I think, just here like that. Now, I'm just wondering actually whether we would like some twine around there, you know, like a, what do you call that? You know, the policy thing, policy envelopes, because I do love a policy envelope. Let's just see. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that looks gorgeous, doesn't it? And to be honest, I might not even have the policy closure. What I might do is just have this glued under the teacup and then just wrap it round. I think that would look really nice. So just hold that down like that. Let's just pop some glue down there. And we will just Oh my goodness. Ah, come on. Like that. Okay. And so that's just literally clamped that baker's twine in place. And then what we can do is just wrap the baker's twine round, you know, a couple of times and then just tuck it in. So I just do it like that, and then you can just tuck it in there like that. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, and it feels nice and squishy. Yeah, really, really nice. So that's one little insert. Okay, right, I've obviously made a start here with some other bits and pieces. So what was I doing with this? What was I doing? Oh, I was obviously making a foldy flip. Now, was I trying to put this in somewhere, I wonder? Wonder whether I'd made that to go inside the folio anyway. Probably had. And now, of course, where did I intend that to go? This is the problem when you stop, you know, stop making something kind of midway through. It's hard to remember then what your plans were, isn't it? Oh, perhaps I meant it to go on the inside of here, maybe. I don't know. Let's have a look. Oh. Not really got anywhere much for it to go. Unless it goes up there. Could go in here. I mean, this is actually two pieces glued together by the looks of things. So, I mean, it wouldn't ordinarily be, you know, something I would do. Well, let's put this to one side and we'll just have a think about that. Because we might be able to, you know, make something else completely with that. So this one, this is a pocket. And again, obviously, yeah, I'd obviously intended for this to go somewhere. Again, where I wonder did I intend on this going? Let's try it again in this. Well, I'm going to be opening and closing this every 5 minutes. Oh, it's a little bit on the tall side. Just going to cover that bird up, so that's a bit of a shame. Ah, okay, right, let's not keep wrapping that round. Okay, right, let's see what else. Honestly, I mustn't stop doing things midway through because coming back to them is clearly just not working out for me. It's not overly practical because I find it very hard to remember then where I was at and what I've done things for. Okay, so this is just one of those, you know, just a little pocket. So I've trimmed it down so that, you know, because some of these things people may buy this and then put things into a journal. So just trimmed it down so that it would fit sideways on in a journal if, you know, if that's what somebody wanted to do. And then we'll just pop this on here. Okay. Like that. Yeah, I really, really shouldn't do this because, honestly, I'm struggling like mad to remember at all, you know, what I had planned for any of this, to be honest, which is ridiculous. Ridiculous. And I think I had fussy cut out a load of the bits, and now, of course, I can't find them anywhere. So, you know, there's multiple reasons why I shouldn't really do this. Okay. Right, trying to think now how I'm going to use that pocket. So, let's have a look. Wonder if I could make another sort of just insert. Let's have a look. Maybe we could do something. Oh, I don't know. Well, I guess we could even do that and then open like that. No, I don't know. I might have to come back to that one because, yeah, I clearly had a plan for that, and I'm just hoping it's going to come back to me, really. So I've got here an envelope, so like a little envelope pocket. So, yeah, they're all good, aren't they, and all quite nice. Okay. Just having a bit of a look through what I've got here. So I might have this on here, and then just having a look to see what else I've got here that's kind of ready fussy cut, that you don't have to kind of painfully watch me do things. So I've got a little bird. I'm going to just tear him out. Okay. Yes, I must definitely not do this because, yeah, this has been a nightmare trying to remember what I was actually doing, to be honest. Now, did I ink those birds whenever I used them? That's the question. Did I ink them or not? Yeah, it looks like I did. I thought I probably did because that's not really standing out very far. Let me just have a sip of my tea. Okay, right. So I'm just going to quickly ink these, or this bird up. I also found some of the lace that I had been using, so I've got some of that lace now. I'm using Walnut Stain. I've been using that recently, and unfortunately I can't remember now whether I had been using that on this previously or whether I had used Vintage Photo. I've got to be honest, I can't remember. Honestly, it seems such a long time ago that I actually was working on this. I mean, it probably wasn't really that long, but yeah, in my mind, it feels like ages and ages ago. Okay, right, let's get my scissors and just going to snip off a little bit of this lace and just see whether we want to do some sort of like clustery type thing here. Like that. Yeah, looks pretty, doesn't it? And yeah, I'm just going to staple that together. So I mean, literally, you know, that's all I'm doing for that cluster, but that's all it needs. It looks cute like that. And then we're just going to pop that down here. And yeah, do we want to have any bling on there? Have we used bling in this? I think we've used lots of this, which again, I'm not now sure where that stuff is because I think my daughter's used quite a bit of that. I'm not sure whether I've still got that to hand or whether she's got it all now. Okay, right, well, let's just go for this first of all. So I'm just going to glue that lace down like that. Okay, and then we just, yeah, pop that down there. Oops. It's really sort of weird day today, quite muggy, and yeah, I started out, it was looking really not great at all out there. It looks kind of better at the moment, quite sunny, but like I say, quite muggy. So yeah, it's one of those days where you don't really know what to wear. And was planning on going to the beach today, a bit later, and now again, not sure really whether to brave the beach or not. I mean, I guess I could, and then just come home if it turns out to be rubbish down there. It's not really the end of the world, I guess, is it? So yeah, maybe have to do that. Okay, so that's that pocket kind of finished. So again, you know, that could just be glued in sideways on in a journal. Actually, I'm just going to take this down slightly more, like that. So super cute pocket there. Put that to one side. So this is another pocket, obviously. It's just an envelope pocket. And again, all I want to do is really finish it off with just some bits of lace and trim and things like that. So let's just, again, bring this in. Just see, do we want some lace running down the edge? We could have some running top and bottom. The reason why I'm quite drawn to putting it at the edge is it's, you know, it acts as a reinforcement then. So if the edge feels a little bit fragile, it just helps to strengthen it, which, you know, is no bad thing after all. So just cut this down like that. Yeah, my son's just off to the beach with his friend. He's just getting ready to go to the beach with his friend. So they're going to a different beach, but yeah, I might go to the beach myself. Right, I've got these pearly things, which, I mean, to be honest, they're quite pretty too, so I could always use those. So let's just put some of this down here. Okay, just pop that down there, and then I'm going to trim off what's overhanging those edges. but I'm just going to take this little row of 3. Okay. And just put that here, I think. So, yeah. Like that. Okay. Okay, right. Let's just trim off at the back. So it's slightly straighter and not overhanging quite so much. So there's that, like that, and there. Oh, that looks pretty, doesn't it? And I'm thinking that one needs a butterfly. So, yeah. Okay. Now this is so annoying because I had literally printed some of this kit off and I've got this other, even weirder feeling that I've actually cut it out, ready to use. And of course now I can't actually see any of the bits that I've cut out ready to use. So that's just really, really annoying. It will turn up obviously as soon as I finish the, as soon as I finish the folio, the other bits will turn up, won't they? In the meantime, I'm thinking, shall I use, I know this is technically, another piece that I could be using, but, or perhaps I should have a teacup. The teacup's quite cute, isn't it? Oh, perhaps I'll have the teacup. Yeah, okay, right. So I'm just going to do that little trick where we just snip in here and then we cut around. This is just to be able to cut around where that handle is. Like that. Okay. Oops. Oh dear, come on. Okay, put that down. Oops. Right, so I'm going to have to just ink this slightly to cover up my shoddy cut in there. That just disguises it slightly. Not perfectly, not 100%, but a bit. And we can just then pop that there. And again, I'm just going to hot glue this down so that hopefully I leave it slightly lumpy. So it has a slightly sort of raised effect. It just gives then a bit of kind of definition like that. Okay, so that's a little pocket, and obviously you can just pop a journaling card then in to the side of the pocket. I'm just going to glue these flaps down of the envelope so it hasn't got them flapping around now. Okay, right, so that's another one down. Okay, next one. Actually, I'm going to come back to this. I've got this one, which again, this is a pocket. I will probably stitch this around on the sewing machine, top and bottom, and just run some lace, I think, kind of down the side. So again, just thinking, should we use the white or should we use the ivory lace? Oh, I think the white, although to be honest, now I've put it there, the ivory looks quite nice too, doesn't it? So, oh, I think the white just pips it to the post, doesn't it? So again, just going to trim that down in half, just because this is a wide piece of lace and I obviously don't need it to be as wide as that. So just trimming it down here. Whoops. Like that. Okay, and then I'm just going to stitch that on or stick it on. Probably just stick it on. I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac because when I glue around the edge of the pocket, if you see what I mean, I don't want to have to go over the hot glue because sometimes the sewing machine doesn't really like the hot glue because obviously it has quite a raised lumpy sort of effect. So yeah, I'm just going to instead just just glue it with some Fabri-Tac like that. Okay. Like that, and we just pop that there. Okay, looking good. And yeah, I'm just going to, like I say, stitch that round on the sewing machine. And then I've got a cluster that I made, you know, previously, a bit like Blue Peter. Here's one I made earlier, and I can just pop that on like that. So I mean, again, this is why it's good to have, you know, clusters and things ready made, because then you know, it just makes bringing things together so much quicker. Okay, so that can just go on like that. So yeah, that's another piece then ready to go to the sewing machine. Just need to stitch around the edges, and then you can obviously tuck something in that pocket. So looking super pretty. Could have a bit of, I mean, it's not really bling, but these pearly trims, which I guess are sort of in place of bling in this instance. Could have those there. So yeah, let's just finish it off with them. Okay, like that. Okay, looking good there. Okay, super pretty. So that's that one. And then I'm just going to make a couple of kind of pads from the offcuts and things that we had left, because we obviously used some of these and then accumulated some little pieces of, you know, trim or offcuts. So just trying to think where the other piece is. Here it is. So I can just make a couple of kind of little flippy pads, to be honest. So we could make long ones, but I think what I'm going to do is actually make kind of a couple of shorter ones. So I'll just do them like that. Or actually, I might just make one big fat one. I think is quite nice. Or should we make two? Sometimes it's hard to choose, isn't it? Oh, let's make two, shall we? Yeah. So again, I'm just going to literally staple this in place. I mean, again, you could stitch this on the sewing machine, but you know, staples work just as well, to be honest. And then just trim it down on the sides, just so it looks a little bit neater. And then the same with this one. So just trim that down after I've stapled it. Again, just kind of cutting it up to the staples this time, because then we avoid that sort of weird skew-if thing happening when the paper sort of splays out, which does sometimes happen, you know. And actually it didn't seem to happen too badly on that one, but yeah, it can happen. And, you know, then it just looks rubbish, obviously. And then on here, just going to finish these little pads off just with a bit of lace trim at the top. So a bit here. Okay. Like that. Okay, that looks super pretty. And then a little bit on this one. Oh, don't they just look so cute? Love how pretty they look. Like that. Okay. And then just to kind of add a little bit more, you know, decorative kind of detail, really, just going to use a little strip of these little pearls. Oops, let's get that sort of frayed bit out. Oh, come on. Oh gosh, come on. Oh, come on. Okay. I'll put this one on here. Like that. I mean, how cute does that look? Really, really sweet, doesn't it? And then on this one, I'm just wondering whether we could have a little bow or something instead. Let's just see. So I'll just take my twine and just make a little tiny bow from the twine. Oh dear, come on. Oh, super fiddly. Okay, so just get the bow kind of how you want it. Oops, and I just did that bow by just kind of like looping 2 bits and then like knotting the loops basically. Like that. Okay. Yeah, and then we could, oops, just pop that down. Now, do we want that in the middle or to the side? I think to the side looks slightly better. Okay. So again, just kind of glue that down. Like that. How cute is that? So just a couple of little flippy pads there that will just obviously, you know, sit in the journal quite nicely as, or, you know, in the folio quite nicely as well. So yeah, we've got a few bits now that we can, you know, just pop into there. Again, I need to now dig out obviously all those bits that I'm convinced I have already fussy cut out once. But you know, hey, who knows, I could be completely wrong, perhaps I haven't, but I feel like I have. So I'm going to kind of try and hunt them down, and then hopefully finish off popping some inserts and journaling cards and things like that all into the folio. And then it will be ready to actually, you know, contact the lady who would like it and say it's all done. So, yeah, I hope that you like the little bits and pieces that we made. And I will see you guys soon. Thanks so much for watching. See you guys soon. Thanks then. Bye.